Surprise, everybody! I am back on the Isle just for this one time-ish, maybe. And I have a Giga here in front of me. So you know what that means. We are going to cover the Giga's damage today. I was going to do it during the recode and wait until the recode happened. And then do the Giga, but the Giga's not going to change. So the damage should stay the same, except for a couple here and there. But I want to go ahead and let out the Giga for those of you who are playing as of right now. That way when the recode comes out, I could cover the new dinos, such as the I can't think of its actual name, the crocodile thing. You guys know what I'm talking about, the crocodile thing. Probably the new Spino, since it's going to be a new model. It's probably going to be rebalanced and changed up. Obviously all the non-survivals that are going to be changed and put into it. And the Trudon, once that's in, I'm going to love that thing probably, and I'm going to love playing as it. But right now we have this lovely little brown Giga. I say little, it's pretty big. Look at it. Just look at it. But okay, I'll have its stats pulled up and how long it takes to grow, its healing per minute. Nothing's going to beat the Rex though. But this guy is a bleeder. It has 40 bleed. Like, that is insane for how much weight it has. But let's go straight into the thick of it, I guess you could say. We're going to start off with the Utah that has a weight of 1,000, health of 1,200. Very simple things. Once you multiply it all out and get all your stuff, you get a 6.45 multiplier. Multiply that by 700 bite force. We get 4,515 damage and 258 bleed to a Utah. It's an instant kill. It's a one-shot, just like most things. Utah's just a one-shot. Alright, so a little bit of talking, but right onto the dilo there. We're going to go with a 1,200 weight and 1050 health. So it's a little less health than it does weight. But when we multiply it all, we get a 5.37 multiplier. We do 62.5 damage and 214.8 bleed. Again, it's a one-shot. When you're playing these Apexes, everything low tier is pretty much a one-shot. We have the berry that's better. By all means, the berry should be better and stronger than the Dilo and Utah, but for some reason it's just kind of not. Probably just because of its damage. I've never gone over the berry's damage, so that's something I'll have to look at later. But it only has 1450 weight and health, so it is bigger than the Utah and Dilo. But when we get our multiplier, we get a 4.44 multiplier with 3,113.79 damage and 177.6 bleed. These numbers are just insane right now. For the Carno, we have 2170 weight, 2170 health, just like most things. Most things do have the same weight and health, but there are the rare occasions, such as most Apexes. And just the occasional here and there have different stuff. But with that, we get, with our multiplier, we get a 2.97 multiplier, which gives us 2,080.64 damage and 118.8 bleed. Technically, you have to bite the Carno twice, but it's only going to survive with like 90 health. And with that much bleed, it's pretty much dead. As soon as it gets bit, it's going to move and die. So yeah, that thing's not going to last very long. Moving on to the Ceratosaurus, we have 2,250 weight and health. We get a 2.86 multiplier, which is bringing us to 2,006.66 damage and 114.4 bleed. So again, with the Ceratosaurus, it's going to take 2 bites. This one is actually going to live with about 200 health, but with that bleed ticking, if it moves, it's getting that per tick, and that's insane. So it's going to die after just getting bit the once or twice. With the Allo now, it has a 2,800 weight, 2,800 health. Same thing, it's just really quick, easy math on these guys. You get a 2.3 multiplier. So this is where they're going to start surviving kind of a bit, or I don't want to say surviving, but they could take a hit now. Just one hit though. So this guy will we deal 1,612.5 damage and 92 bleed. So yes, if you buy the Allo, you're only taking about half its health away, but that's a lot of bleed, and that Allo is gonna die very fast with that much bleed on it. Now the Shuko stands a little bit more of a chance, with its being 3,600 weight, 3,600 health. When we multiply, we only get a 1.79 multiplier. So we're only doing 1,254.16 damage, 71.6 bleed. Still a massive amount of bleed. So with these guys, you just got to get a single bite. Once you get that single bite, that massive amount of bleed is just going to kill them. And you just leave them alone. Let them do their thing. Let them sit down if they want to. Let them bleed out. It's going to take them a while to heal that much bleed. And then you just come in and take a bite out of them. Technically, if you want to straight up kill one, you got to bite it 3 times. To straight up kill it though. There's a Shuko. I could test it, but like I said, I'm not going to do that. I already know how it works. The Acro, on the other hand, the Acro is a little bit more of a beast there. The Acro has 4,790 weight and health, so it is quite a bit stronger. It's like a small Apex, mini Apex. But with its healing ratio, oh my gosh, no. It only has like a 79 health heal when sitting down and not bleeding. That's right, it only heals 79 HP per minute sitting down. Something like that, something insanely low. Don't quote me exactly word for word, but it is insanely low. But you would need 5 bites to kill an Acro, because we only get a 1.34 multiplier, and we only do 942.58 damage, 53.6 bleed. So these guys, it does take a bit of bites to kill them, and they could kill you if they're skilled enough. So you probably at least just want to bite it once or twice and get out of there. If you bite it twice, that's 106 bleed, and that thing is not a great healer. So even just the one hit is enough to make it bleed out to death. So that's all you need to do. Now, the big guns, the Rex. This is like your #1 thing you're gonna fight. What are you doing? Get out of here. Get out of here. Go, move. Stop calling at me. You just want to die or what? Oh, he's just gonna kill me. Alright, kill me then. I don't know why he was just calling at me like that. Alright, speaking of Rex, there's the Rex right there. But the Rex has 5,800 weight and 6,500 health. So this one has a lot more weight or a lot more health than it does weight. We only get a 1.11 multiplier, and with that we're only doing 778.44 damage. Sorry, a little yawn there. And we'd give it 44.4 bleed. So if you could get away with just biting the Rex once, just once, that's a lot of bleed it has to deal with. Just bite it once and get out. If you can ass ride it, by all means, do it. You can kill it. I've done it. You can get away scot-free. But if you're not that experienced fighting Rexes as a Giga, and you're nervous, if you can get one bite, get out. That's it. That's all you need to do. But if you are going to straight up fight a Rex, you need to bite it 14.49 times. Technically 15 times to outright kill it, but it's 0.49, so you're about halfway. So that bleed may kick in, and you may only have to do 14 bites to straight up kill one. But if you're in combat and you're like fighting and it's sprinting and it's losing health due to bleed, you probably only have to bite it 13 to 14 times. So just remember that when you're fighting. If it's a straight up just circle of death, you're gonna lose. But if you can bite it and run and let the bleed take care of it, you are gonna help yourself out immensely when it comes to fighting a Rex. But with the Spino, now that's a beast you're gonna have to fight. So with its 9,071 weight and health, you only get a 0.71 multiplier. So we only get to do 497.74 damage. Not even a flat 500 damage yet. You're just shy of that 500 mark. But you give it 28.4 bleed. Spinos can heal pretty decently, but if you can get that bleed on them, you can easily outrun them and keep them away from you. So it's not that bad to do that. So fighting Spinos, you got to be careful. because of that massive amount of health, but you can definitely outrun them and avoid them if you want to. Just bite them once and get out. You're scot-free. Let them bleed. Let that health tick away at them. Alright, with the first herbivore we're going to cover is obviously the Dryo. 700 weight, 500 health. It's really, really basic, weak thing. It's just super speedy and can burrow. That's like the only thing it has. But you don't... They're not... I don't know. To me, they're not too fun to play as. You're basically so weak. With that 500 health... So this is how much damage we do. We get a 9.21 multiplier. That's gonna equal us flat out to 6,450 damage. We do as much as we weigh in damage to a Dryo. It's ridiculous how much damage. We gave it 258 bleed. Or I'm sorry, 368.4 bleed. Sorry, I was reading the wrong one. That much bleed. But straight into the galley. Now the galley's starting to look back to normal. Because the galley is basically a Utah. The herbivore portion of a Utah. We got 1,000 health, 1,000 weight. We get a, obviously, since it's just flat thousands, you just move your decimals over. We get a 6.45 multiplier. We dish out 4,515 damage and 258 bleed. One bite to straight up kill him. No problem at all there. With the Pachy, and speaking of Pachy, I think I saw a Pachy earlier. I don't know where the Pachy went, but I saw one earlier. Anyways, with the Pachy, has 1,300 weight and health. Just slightly stronger than a Utah, pretty much. And it's kind of more along the lines of a Berry. Yeah, pretty much along the lines of a Berry. We would get a 4.96 multiplier. We dish out 3,473.07 damage with 198.4 bleed. So, you know, obviously one shot, one kill, massive amounts of damage here. And with that, after that, the next up would be the Maya. Now the Mayas are honestly are stronger than I thought they would be. I thought they would be so much weaker. I don't like Mayas. If you cannot add bleed to a target, but you don't have massive amounts of damage, you're useless in this game. You honestly are. Like, sure, you can win. Mayas can kick the shit out of a Carno. It can beat Utahs. It can beat Dilos. It can do it. But to be annoying, you need to be able to do bleed in this game. So that's why I don't care for Mayas too much. But they have a 2,868 weight and health. We get a 2.24 multiplier. So we dish out 1,574.26 damage and 89.6 bleed. So you do have to bite them twice to straight up kill them. But you could just bite it once and let that 89.6 bleed kick in and just start tearing at that health. Because you are a bleeder as a Giga. That's all you do is bleed, bleed, bleed. Straight into the Diablo. Diablos surprisingly are dangerous because they do stack that bleed. Like I said, they are bleeders too, and they're fast boys and they can turn. Look, there's one over there. One right over there. Yeah, I see him. Right over there. See, he's a little potato, little beefy boy. But he has 3,250 weight and health, and we get a 1.98 multiplier when fighting one of those guys. We only do 1,389.20. 23 damage. 79.2 bleed to them. Takes 3 bites to straight up kill them. Just bite them once and run. Let them bleed, but be careful. They can catch up to you. So get that one bite and get out of there. Or if you don't think you can outrun it, bite it all 3 times. Because if you don't, that thing can ass ride you like no other. Moving on to the para. Look at our para right there. We got 2 paras over there. Look at them in all their glory. And it's messing with that big old thing. Whatever. We got 2 nice paras sitting right here in front of us. They got 3,600 weight and health. They're the exact equivalent of a Shuko. And so it's the same thing with the Shuko. We get a 1.49 multiplier. We do 1,254.16 damage and 59.6 bleed. 3 bites, straight up kill one, or just bite it once. Actually, you don't bite it once and leave. You cannot bite a para once and leave. It will it can heal that bleed and run and be fine. If you bite it only once, it will be severely hurt, but it can survive just running from you. You need to bite a para twice, and then obviously catch it, and then bite it the 3rd time to finish it off. But as long as you can keep it moving, you have to bite it twice though. So don't give up on hunting a para, but you do need your ambush to catch one, and you need to be close to catch one. Now, as I was killed earlier by a Theri, we're moving straight onto that. With its 4,536 weight and health, we get a 1.42 multiplier, which means we're only going to dish out 995.37 damage and 564.8 bleed to one of these guys. You gotta bite a Theri 5 times to straight up kill it. Just to straight up kill it, but they are terrible bleed healers. Like, I am telling you, they are terrible. So if you just get 1 to 2 bites on a Theri, get out. Let it bleed. Get out. But you must be careful, because it is fast. This Theri is a speedy boy. Look at it go. Look, we can't even... Look, like if I run at it, look, it's just outrunning us. Look at it. There's no catching it. So it can and will kill you. You probably are going to have to bite that Theri 5 times if you fight one. Because if not, it will just kill you. For the Stego, since we have a Stego right here, it has 4,883 weight and health. So they're pretty formidable. It takes 5 bites to kill them, just like a Theri. But we get a little less of a multiplier, 1.32, and we do 924.63. Sorry, I don't know why that was so hard to say. Damage, and we get 52.8 bleed on it. Where did it go? I could have swore it was like right here. Oh, it's way over there now. Sorry, I was looking at my little notes here with all my little cheat sheet, and I lost it. But yeah, 5 bites to straight up kill him, just like a Theri. This one, it's not so formidable. Sure, you could take a hit, go in, bite it twice, take a couple hits, get some bleed on yourself, then walk away. You'll heal faster than the Stego will, and as long as you stay near it and just kind of keep an eye on it, it's going to bleed to death, and it's going to get super low, and you can walk up and finish it. Or you're a Carno and you just get wrecked like that. Anyways, onward to the Anky now, which are right over there. Let's go ahead and walk towards the Ankies. The Ankies are stronger, by all means, they are stronger. They're in the 5,000 range, so they have 5,443 weight and health. So they are beefier boys. We only get a 1.18 multiplier, so we're barely doing more than our bite force. So we only get an 829.5 damage to an Anky. But the crazy thing, we still do 47.2 bleed. That's insane. To an Anky, that is insane. 47 bleed. You bite that thing once and just let it go. And just follow it. It doesn't have leg break anymore. It really cannot do anything to you. Just bite it once, take the hit. Maybe bite it twice, take 2 hits. Get out. That's it. There's no need to do any more than that. And then you just watch it die. I don't see anyone as a trike right now, and that's what's next on the list to cover up. But with the trike, now you're getting into beefy boys, and especially with their hitboxes are dumb. They can hit everywhere, left, right, up, down, side, underneath, behind them. Everywhere you swing, that trike will hit you, so you must be careful when fighting trikes. They have 8,300 weight, but only 8,200 health. It's literally just a 100 health difference. It's not that crazy. But I think it should have that 100 health. That 100 health can make a difference. Really can. But we only get a 0.77 multiplier on this guy. So we're doing less than our bite force. We're only doing 543.97 damage. But we do give it 30.8 bleed. Trakes can heal decent. They're not the worst, and they have a lot of health. So even if you let them bleed out, they're still going to be pretty healthy. after a couple bites from you. Because we're only doing like barely 550 damage. That's nothing to their 8,000 health. So you got to be careful with that, because it takes 15.7 bites to straight up kill a trike. To just 1v1, not including bleed, straight up kill a trike. But since it's 0.07, that bleed's gonna kick in and probably bring it down to 14. So you're looking at 14 straight up bites to kill a trike in the real world, thinking of bleed, letting that bleed sit in and take over and do its damage. You're looking at 14 bites. In an actual fight where you're biting it and running, letting it run around, probably only 13 bites, and you could kill it. Now, like over there with that Shant going in, it's not going in, it's bleeding, it's set down. Same with the other Shant, they're just chilling over there. With the Shant, if we wanted to fight a Shant, that's 11,793 weight and health. That's a lot of health to get through. That thing almost has double your health, almost. But, so we're only going to get a 0.54 damage multiplier. We do just about half damage to a Shant. And look, there's a brand new Shant right there. We only do half damage to them. So we're only dishing out 382.85 damage. Super low. That is super low damage. But we get still 21.6 bleed. You can still stack up bleed. As long as you don't get stomped and you can avoid a stomp, bite it 2 or 3 times, get out. If you can bite it 3 times, that's 60 bleed. Shants do not heal that well. They're decent at healing, but they do not heal that well. Did I cover that guy? The Alberto? Now that I'm thinking about it and looking at it, I don't think I covered the Alberto. Alright, sorry, before we get into the big boys, the Kama, or big boys, big boy, the Kama, since we got a Alberto right here fighting, I completely forgot about the Alberto. The Alberto has a 3,000 weight, 3,000 health. It's pretty strong, but I don't care for the Alberto. Its stamina regen is definitely not the best. But we get a 2.15 multiplier, and we do 1,500. And 5 damage to 1. And we give it 86 bleed. 2 bites to straight up kill him, because we bite it once, you take half its health, and you give it 86 bleed. That thing is done after that. But it can definitely turn on you and get inside of you. They turn like a mother trucker. So it is easy to turn on them. So you gotta watch out for those guys though. But down he goes. Alrighty, last but not least, because I'm not covering the pew, because the pew is just ridiculous, we have the Kama. I just watched that thing die and I just feel bad for it. But we are covering the Kama. Yeah, sorry. Kama has 12,000 weight, 12,000 health. It's just slightly bigger than... Oh, look, there's one over there. Slightly bigger than the Shant. Now, a Shant can definitely kill a Kama. Shant versus Kama, Shant wins, hands down, all the time. Its DPS is just way too much for a Kama. But for us, we get a 0.53 multiplier. So we're only dishing out 376.25 damage to a Kama. We give it 21.2 bleed. Which, yes, that's probably the lowest we've seen of 21.2 bleed on something. But a Kama only heals 0.5 bleed a minute sitting down. So if you bite it once, biting a Kama once, you take that Kama out of combat unless it wants to walk around and take bonus damage I mean, you don't take it out of combat because 12,000 health. That thing can fight for a long time, and you only did 300 and some damage to it. But that 21 bleed, if it's one of those players that, hey, I have bleed, I need to sit, you just made it wait 42 minutes. 42 minutes. It's gonna have bleed sitting down. That is so long to wait to heal bleed. Kamas are absolutely garbage in my opinion. Do not ever play as a Kama. 90% of what you're going to be doing is sitting down and wishing you did not fight. Sure, you may kill some things. Sure, you're like pretty much unstoppable. Besides a couple of skilled players taking you on. But man, that bleed is taking you out. But to straight up kill a Kama, it's going to take Oh, sorry, I didn't even cover the. I didn't say how much for a Shan either. They're the same. A Shan is 30.8 bytes, but with that bleed kicking in, it'll probably just be 30.29 bytes to straight up kill one. With the Kama, it's 31.89 bytes, so around the same, probably around 29.28 bytes with your bleed kicking in to straight up kill one. So keep track of how many times you bite it, or if you're one of those players that like, hey, bite it and let the thing walk for 41 minutes until it bleeds itself to death. Give it a couple bites and that's it. But that's the Giga damage covering every dino, besides the two small ones that are not even important, that literally do no damage. People just pretty much play them as a troll, and not including the Pew, because unless you're on a deathmatch server like this, and usually deathmatch servers don't even have Pews, you're never going to face a Pew. You're never going to fight a Pew. It's rare if you're going to fight a Pew. And if they bring the Pew back into the game, and they balance it after the recode, and that's something you can play as, totally, when I redo these damage calculations, I'm going to cover the Pew, and I will go over and I'll let you know what the Pew can and can't do. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. No problem. But that's all for now, guys. I'm probably going to be gone again for a while. I know the videos are very scarce and spread out. I apologize. I have a lot going on, and I'm transitioning from my current job to a new job, which is actually taking a long time. It's not like normal transition. I'm separating as well and moving on with my life. So once I get situated, I'll have the videos rolling again and pouring out more consistently. But right now, just bear with me. But thanks for watching, guys.